Hello, I'm Pastor Jeff from Lutheran Church of the Resurrection in Marion, Iowa. We are doing a Lenten discipline reading through the Gospel of Luke and also the Acts of the Apostles. Today we find ourselves on day 7. It's Tuesday, February 23rd. Our reading is Luke 6, 12 to 49. Now, this reading begins with the calling, really not the calling, but the letting us know who these 12 disciples of Jesus are. And then it immediately goes into what is known as the Sermon on the Plain. So this is really simple. Not the plane flying, but in the flat place. So in the Gospel of Matthew, you have the Sermon on the Mount. Matthew 5, 6, and 7. Here in Luke 6, we get almost identical information, but it's Jesus on a plain, on a flat place. And it begins with some healing again, and we're told that people are coming not just from Jerusalem, but from Tyre and Sidon. That is from the Gentile areas. And then as Jesus begins to teach, here is a major difference between Matthew and Luke. Luke is going to say, "Blessed are you who are poor. Blessed are you who are hungry. Blessed are you who weep." Matthew is going to add or perhaps have another version of how Jesus preached the sermon at a different time. Blessed are you who are poor, do you remember? In spirit. It's different. Here in Luke, Jesus is addressing those who are truly marginalized, those who are outcast, those who do not belong. And then Jesus talks about what's very familiar, the love of enemies. But I say to you, listen, love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? These are very challenging words. Especially think about Jesus' day, where an occupying army, the Romans, are everywhere. And we're taught to hate the Romans. Maybe sometimes a little bit like our own world, where we're taught to hate others, where we really are fed a constant diet of divisiveness. Jesus has a different word. And then Jesus says something that I think is, he talks about don't judge, and we're familiar with those things. But here's something that he says I always find so profound. Jesus in verse 46 says, "Why do you call me Lord, Lord, and do not do what I tell you?" Why do you call me Lord, Lord, and do not do what I tell you? What does Jesus tell us? Well, we just had it. To not judge one another, to love even our enemies, to pray for one another, to remember those who are marginalized. Why do you call me Lord, Lord, and do not do what I tell you? And then he gives what we also hear in Matthew about what it is to not only hear, but to live out Jesus' teaching. It's like a person who builds their house on the rock, on a solid foundation. May that be the foundation upon which we build our lives as well. I hope you're enjoying this reading through Luke's Gospel. God bless you.